Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of What's Your Story? This morning we have someone in our studio. His name is Mikey. Mike Spalding. If you guys don't know who Mike is, he's very popular in the real estate industry. He's well liked by the community. And so he's here in the studio today, and we're going to be talking about what's his story. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Hey, hey, hey! What's your story? Come along, no need to hurry. Every voice is meant to be heard. What's your story?
So good morning, Mikey. How you doing today?
I'm good, George. How you doing?
I'm excellent, man. It's great to see you.
It's good seeing you. I'm glad you're in good health, and I love your office. This whole place is amazing.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It's a hobby. I like it. I enjoy it. You know that I want to say a year and a half ago, I didn't know anything about podcasting.
Really?
I didn't know anything about video or editing or anything of this. And I was home. For some reason, I've been getting sick lately, but I was homesick that one time and I was watching TV and I came across YouTube. I'm watching YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, somebody came up with a podcast thingy and how to do podcasts, how to start a podcast. And I started watching it and I go, I could probably do this. It looks like fun.
It feels fun. I mean, I'm a little intimidated, but it feels fun.
There's nothing to be intimidated about. Nobody's watching. It's just you and I.
That's true. That is true. No one's watching us. No one's watching
you
us.
and I. And if you mess up, we can always beep you, right?
I sometimes I need to be beeped.
Yeah. So anyway, I learned off of YouTube University, and then I got some equipment. Then I improved. I sold that equipment, bought new ones, and here we are. I have 6 cameras. I have 8 microphones. It's a hobby that
It's growing.
is growing, and I do it just for fun. I really enjoy it.
You do.
And I'm self-taught. I learned how to do this, and I'm self-taught on how to do the editing. So I do my own editing and everything. Right now, as you can see, it's just the 2 of us in this room.
Yeah.
There's no one else.
Yeah.
So I do everything.
You poor man.
And it's fun.
Poor man.
It's really fun. So for those who have no idea who Mikey is, you want me to call you Mikey or Mike?
Mikey, hey, you don't call me late for dinner.
Okay. So we won't call you late. We won't call you at all for dinner because I want it all for me.
No, come on, man. I gotta maintain this. It takes a lot to look like this. It takes a lot.
Oh, yeah. People say you gotta go on a diet. Why?
Why?
It took me 64 years to get like this.
That's right.
You think I wanna,
This doesn't change overnight.
That's right. So tell us, who is Mikey?
So Mikey is a conglomerate. I'm actually when I started in the real estate as an escrow officer or as an escrow person, there were so many Mikes. There was Mike Littrove, Mike Mahoney down in the San Fernando Valley, which is where I was originally grew up in escrow and real estate. And there was so many Michaels, I didn't know how to differentiate myself. So one day my mom walked in to bring me lunch because I love my mom. My mom's real nice and did that for me. Mm-hmm. And when she walked in, she goes, hey, hey, Mikey, come get your lunch. Well, the whole office roared and everyone called me Mikey and it just stuck. It literally just stuck. And I love it because, people come and see me. And when people do see me, they look at me and they go, wait, you don't look like a Mikey. You look like a Michael. And they're like, you're kind of like intimidating. I'm
Big Mike.
Right. They're thinking like some short little redhead kid. And here comes some 6'4", 380-pound guy coming at you.
I remember, hey, Mikey, he likes it.
And I still do. Still do. I'm telling you, well, I would, everyone keeps asking me if I was like that kid. And I'm like, no, but I'm like that kid. I'll eat it. If you give it to me, I'll eat it.
So tell me, where did you grow? Did you always live in the Antelope Valley? When did you move? How did you get here? What brought you to the Antelope Valley? And then what got you into that real estate industry?
Oh, so I'm originally from Rhode Island. I was born in Rhode Island.
Okay.
That's the reason why I'm a patriot.
Okay.
I moved to, I know, don't hate me because of that reason. I moved to Thousand Oaks, Westlake when I was about a year old. I grew up in Westlake, Thousand Oaks. I went to Westlake High School. I went to Westlake Elementary. I ended up growing up from there and moving onward to San Diego State University. I was down in San Diego for about 2 years. And then I boomeranged back to mom, right? And when I boomeranged back, just started to look for a job. And at the time I was alone, I started finding loan processing. So I loved loan processing. I thought loan processing was amazing. I worked at Chase for it wasn't Chase. At the time it was Washington Mutual.
I remember WAMU.
The WAMU. Mm-hmm. And, we had it was awesome. I loved it. What I was upset about though all the time was that why is escrow taking their sweet time getting me things as a loan processor? Well, 3 months later, they thought I was a smart person, so they put me in subprime lending as a funder. So that's when we get the documents, we review everything, and then we hit the send button, and people get money, and everyone's excited.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I kept saying, why can't escrow get their act together? And now, so I quit my job there, and I went ahead and started working over at an escrow company, thinking that I'm going to take over. This is not hard. This is hard. This is real hard because you're dealing with multiple personalities. You're dealing with all of a sudden all these documents, and people don't understand. And being a new fledgling, you don't understand really what you want. You just know you need to get it filled out. So you start like learning how to like explain that to them. And now I kind of understand why it takes escrow time to get the loan processor and the funder their items, because there's so many moving parts in escrow.
So now you're on the other side of the fence.
Yes. And when I was starting to work, I worked at several different escrow companies. I bought a house up here in 2011 in the Antelope Valley, and I was just in love with the Antelope Valley. It reminded me of Thousand Oaks Westlake. People are nice, small knit community. Friendly, everyone knew everyone, and that's what I really like. I really like that small niche because I'm from that, and that's the reason why I absolutely love the Antelope Valley. Plus, not to mention you got great food up here. I mean, you got amazing food places. Awesome. You can go up. I love going up to the top of the world over there on I think it's 70th. You can go up to like the reservoir, and you can stand there and you can see all the way out the Antelope Valley. Beautiful views out here. So I
should go up there and do a podcast up there.
That would be cool. That would be cool. Just watch out for the wind.
Yeah. Watch out for the wind. We need electricity up there. But we don't need it. Right now everything's wireless. The microphone's wireless. The camera's all wireless. They're running on
battery it up and let's go.
Their batteries. I bought extra batteries yesterday, so we have extra ones. But yeah, I'm getting ready for that.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So you came into the Antelope Valley back in 2011. You said, right? And probably like most of us, you knew no one here.
Nope, not interested. Well, my partner Mario, his family's from here. So Mario went to Quartz Hill High. Mario went to I can't remember the school he went to. He went to some middle school, and I can't remember the name. It was literally bungalows. So Mario lived out here since he was young. So he was kind of a reasoning as to why we moved up here too. Is because he did know people. He didn't know a lot of people. It was mostly his family. A lot of his family lives on the east side. A lot of his family lives over in Quartz Hill.
Okay.
So we came up here and we went to go see somebody. And when we were up here for a comida, we were all of a sudden, I was driving by and I had my realtor app on, and I'm like, there's no way there's a house out here for $190,000. There's no way that this house is worth $190,000, because we were looking to move and I was tired of renting. I was just exhausted of renting because I'm tired. Why am I paying someone else's mortgage? So I turned around and I was like, I put an offer in. Sure enough, it was accepted, and boom.
So the houses in 2011 were in the 190s, 200s, high 100s?
Well, and this particular house, obviously every house has its own value and whatnot. But I found a house that it suited me perfectly. It was wonderful. It had a pool. That's what I thought was totally amazing. Yeah. Well, and I think out here in Palmdale, Lancaster, you either need a friend that has a pool or you need a pool.
Yeah.
So,
we used to live in a house with a pool on the east side over on 55th and Rocky Lane right over there, And it had a pool, right? And in the summertime, my house was always full. All these people come in visiting, cousins, people. Oh, he's your cousin. Oh, really? Oh, hi, how are you?
Right.
So we had a lot of visitors every weekend. It was like a party at the house every weekend. And then we moved to the west side, and we have no pool. I haven't seen my brother in 8-9 years.
What the heck, right?
Well, they don't come. The pool is what brings them in.
I have a neighbor next door, and we were building a wall because you have the little wood planks. Well, we actually built a cedar wall, like a nice wall. And when we did that, he had knocked down. He's like, it was so nice to walk out onto my patio and look over, and there's my pool. I told him, I said, we could put a little door right here for you.
I know someone who did that.
Really?
I went to Quartz Hill to an event. I won't say who, but we went to her house, beautiful home. And there was a gate between her house and the neighbor's house, and they can open it. And they had horses, so the horses could go back and forth.
Really?
Yeah, I think because the other neighbor took care of the horses, but there was a gate so they can come in and out.
Well, that's my rule. I told him, I said, I'll pay for the water and everything. You just come over and clean it. That's all I said. I'm like, feel free, I'll be more than happy to let you use it. You can do whatever you want. You just got to clean it. And that's the nightmare of pools. That's the only thing I know of.
So what else is going on? What else have you done? Tell me more about Mike.
So
We want to know.
Obviously I've been here. I've been in the Antelope Valley for about 14, 15 years. In 2023, my mom passed away, and that's all right. And my mom was a big component of mine. I mean, I grew up in Thousand Oaks Westlake, right? The stuck up area, if you will. And it kind of sucked because being the big fat kid, no one wanted to be your friend. So my mom was my only friend for a very long time. My mom, she would take me places, do things with me. And, I was the big nerd, the big fat nerd. So I never really had any friends growing up. And my mom was my only true friend. So, and when my dad died when I was like 2, so my mom never remarried, it was just me and her. My mom lived in the same house for 46 years, and when she passed, she wanted to be buried next to my dad in St. Louis. So I didn't know what to do. I love my mom. I'm a mama's boy, my mom is everything. And so I said, okay. So I talked to Mario, and Mario and I agreed that maybe we should move. So I uprooted my life. I uprooted everything I knew in California. I moved to a podunk town in the middle of nowhere called Warsaw, Missouri. I've lived there now over a year. I remote into escrow. I don't come in the office except maybe once a week or I come in every week, once a month, like a quarter or so. About every quarter, I come in once a week, and it's a lot of fun. I got to see everybody, say hi to everybody, do this and do that. Because I do love the Antelope Valley. I do love the people here, and I love my job. But I couldn't be far away from my mom. Wow. I needed to be close to my mom, and I needed to be within hours of mom. I'm living in California, my mom being in St. Louis. I mean, everyone, I love God and I love Jesus and I love all that. I'm still trying to wrap my head as to why. I mean, granted, everyone's got to go. Granted, it's not my first death of a parent, but it was my biggest death. It was my biggest hit to me in my life. When you have a support group, she was my number one fan. She was my everything, and I really loved my mom, and I still love my mom. I just don't know what to do, so I tucked tail and ran. I picked up my life. I took Mario with me. If you've ever done something crazy like that, just do something just to challenge yourself, I guess, a little. And it's been awesome. I mean, we bought a 22-acre home.
Wow.
4,500 square foot.
Nice.
We have a barn. We ended up having 11 dogs.
11 dogs.
11 dogs. We had a German Shepherd and a Dalmatian. My German Shepherd and Dalmatian, they mated, and we were told, "Oh, you're gonna have 5 or 6 puppies." We're like, "That's great." 10 later.
10. Wow.
10 later.
Dogs. And you're gonna become Mikey, the dog whisperer.
I'll leave that to Mario. Mario, if you ever see that video, there's a video floating around on Facebook where I'm trying to call the dogs in, and I'm just, come on guys, and Mario's like, "That's not how you do it." And Mario literally, without a chocolate, is like screaming in Spanish at these dogs. These dogs are just booking it right on in.
They're afraid of him.
Yeah, they're afraid of him. They're just like, "Oh, there's dad," and Mario's more like mom. Everyone loves. Dad's mean fun, mom's mean business.
What about chickens?
I have 30 chickens.
Oh my God! So you don't buy eggs then?
Oh no! You want some? You want some? Mario told me today he already collected 10.
10 eggs this morning.
10 eggs this morning.
What other animals do you have?
I've got 2 goats. I'm working on also getting horses. The goats are really awesome because I have 22 acres, right?
Yeah.
So I have a 0-turn or a riding mower. Yeah, that's fun. Not for 6 hours.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
And in the back of my head, I keep hearing my mom going, "Cut the damn grass, Michael. Cut the damn grass." I'm like, "Yes, ma'am."
Hey, your goats, do you milk them?
I do not. They're they haven't gotten pregnant yet, so they don't produce milk.
Okay.
So I have 1 male, 1 female. I'm trying to, and they're fainting goats. I don't know if you've ever heard of a fainting goat.
Is that the ones that they fall?
Yes, you scare them and they just kind of they just kind of freeze and fall over. But the reason why they're so amazing is because they don't climb. So they won't climb out of the heap, because if the animal climbs out, they can get away, right? Well, I have fencing and everything, but go big goats like billy goats and stuff like that. Man, they'll just climb right over anything, or they'll eat through the fence. Because some goats can just do that.
Yeah. My dad used to have some goats back in the days when we lived in Riverside,
Mm.
and he used to milk them, and he showed me how to do it, and he used to make cheese. I didn't like it, but he used to make cheese, goat
Really?
cheese.
Goat cheese. See,
Yeah,
someone was telling me soap, like goat soap.
yeah. Some
Someone
people
told me
do
that
that.
you can make goat milk soap, and then someone told me that of course I love birria, don't get me wrong,
Hmm.
I like birria. Um
Don't invite Easy Tacos to your place because he'll see the goats and he'll just say, "Who tacos, carnitas, birria?"
right, exactly. Exactly. Well, and I don't have pigs yet. I have a neighbor, he's an amazing guy. His name's David Smith, and he is by far he's a Navy man, an ex-Navy man, and he's from Missouri. He grew up in that town, Warsaw. And he's been showing me all the ropes. He showed me. I laugh about some of the things. I'm like, that sounds so simple. Like for instance, it's been 19 degrees there. It's been kind of cold. Yeah, it got down to -7.
Wow.
It does get really, really cold. But I'm in what's called the Ozark.
Uh-huh.
So the Ozarks, I have all the water around me, so it gets kind of not as cold as it does other places in Missouri, but it does get super cold, especially when it snowed recently. And I felt really bad for my chickens, right? Because I have a little chicken coop. So I'm a nice guy. So I went out there and I put up 2 or 3 of these like little space heaters
Uh-huh.
that are meant for like chicken coops. And he made fun of me. He's like, dude, you got the Ritz Carlton of chicken coops. He's like, these chickens are spoiled. He's like, no wonder you're getting all these eggs. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he showed me his coop. His coop's like a shack,
Oh, wow.
may have a door on it and stuff. So it was pretty funny.
Do you have just regular chickens? Or do you have specialty chickens?
Just regular.
Regular. When my dad had the goats, when I lived with him in Riverside, he had some chickens. There's some not funny. They kind of odd looking. They had a little scoop thingy, feathers.
The fancy chicken ones.
Yeah, the fancy chicken ones. He had some chickens from South America. They lay different type of eggs. They had some. They called them Easter eggs or Easter chickens, I think. And they had some black eggs. They had some eggs with bunch of freckles on it. The golden eggs, like yellow one, different colors.
Really?
Pink ones and stuff like that. Yeah, I had never heard of it, but we had it at home.
I do not need to up my chicken game. I'm going to need to up my chicken game.
Yeah, and the eggs, they're good. They taste the same.
Oh, do they really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what we had? It's a goose or geese?
Well, geese is many, goose is one.
Okay, so we had geese.
Yeah.
Okay. Those guys are crazy, man. They chase you more than the dog. When somebody came to visit, they make noise and they chase people.
Good deterrent.
And they had big eggs.
Omelet,
a big omelet.
I've heard that they have like really good sized eggs, and like you said, I was laughing because I wanted to. Out in Missouri, you get a discount on like ostriches. And I'm like, could you imagine those ostrich eggs? Those ostrich eggs. You could feed the whole family.
Those ostrich eggs will be great at Crazy Autos.
Yes, they would.
Huh?
I have a funny feeling Crazy Autos probably does use ostrich eggs.
Because I think their omelets is like 16 egg omelet. I don't know.
That's huge. I mean, I'm a good eater, but man, I can't even finish it. Crazy Autos. I'm always taking stuff back.
Yeah. So what else is happening? What else is going on?
Well, so I just been really busy with like real estate, and it's very tumultuous time. I do a lot of different types of escrows. I don't just do sales for residential. I don't just do refinances. I do businesses. I do liquor licenses. I do all kinds of things. Like there's restaurants you probably go to that I've probably done an escrow for. I can't, obviously, because I'm an escrow officer, I can't tell you anything, but I can just tell you that you've probably been to restaurants that I've probably done escrows for. And
I go to a lot of restaurants out here. I love to eat. People say I should become a foodie and go do videos at the restaurants.
You should. You should become. That would be you would be a great like a little food connoisseur.
Well, the problem is that I like people, right? And I like the owners of the restaurant. And if I don't like something, I'm not gonna go in there. These things suck, man. Don't come to. I can't do that. I always have to say something good. My thing is be positive. I'm always positive about life and everything. So normally, if I go to a restaurant and I take pictures and I post something, it's because I like the food. If I don't like it, if I don't like the service or something, I just won't say anything. And I won't come back.
I was taught that too. If you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all.
Yeah,
I agree there.
Yeah. So I learned that from Dale Carnegie. I'm a Dale Carnegie graduate, and if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything nice. If I don't like your shirt, I'm not going to make any comments on it.
Right.
If I like it, hey, that's a nice looking, or your tie or something, right?
Right.
But Somebody's phone is going off. I thought I turned off my phone. Did you hear that? It's the ring at home.
Well, at least someone's out there. I mean, at least you're not hearing anything else. Like warning.
Yeah, warning you. So escrow, you've been with this company with escrow for a long time with only escrow,
Mhm.
right? And you're very well known in the real estate industry. Do you remember how we met?
I think you and I met. Gosh, I remember being at a Gavar breakfast. I think that's where I met you. I
No.
think originally. Where did we originally meet?
We met on Lancaster Boulevard
Hmm.
at that movie theater in the corner upstairs, second floor,
Oh,
at a team meeting. At a team
yes,
meeting.
yes.
We had a team
Yeah,
network
together,
meeting.
everyone and Cheese More. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I remember that.
Yeah, and that's where we met. That's where I met Mikey.
That
you
is
know.
funny.
And I met you, and I met James Charlton there that same day.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And I've known you ever since. And you're around in the circle, right? In the real estate circle. We're affiliates with Gavar. Gavar's a
Absolutely.
board of realtors out here.
Mhm.
And you're very supportive of Gavar.
Absolutely.
Right?
Well, you gotta. I mean, I've got to. You gotta support the trade commissions,
Mhm.
right? I am also a big component of the California Escrow Association. I'm also a big component of the Escrow Institute of California, because growing up in real estate, I don't know about you, and what you said, you do this all yourself. You're self-taught.
Yeah.
Kind of how escrow people are.
Yeah.
There's no book, there's no class, there's no real ability. You're doing all of it yourself. You're learning how to transact, how to balance, how to do everything while being pressured, while on top. It's a lot, and you're trying to learn that. It's hard. It's very, very hard. And I'm very blessed to have the mentors that I had. Kim Pitts was a great mentor to me. I love Kim Pitts. She really changed my whole mindset of escrow, because growing up in escrow, you're usually kind of beat. No one wants to give you the knowledge because they don't want you to take their job. Right.
Right.
So that's a big component there. A lot of escrow officers just tell their assistants, do this, 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 and this. They don't give the reasons to the why, or or how to do it and then correct a situation. They let you just drown. It's really it's kind of a cutthroat kind of situation in business. But that's the reason why when I became a manager of an escrow company, I really wanted to just change it. I wanted to change that whole mindset. I wanted to help people. Like to this day, I have escrow officers who not even of my company call me and ask me for questions and ask me for help and support, and I will gladly give it. I will always gladly give it, because I've been across that desk where you're stressing out, you don't know what to do, and all you're doing is you're sitting there with your hands in your head going, someone help me. And I want to be that help. I really do.
And that's why you're well liked. Yeah. I haven't heard anybody say anything negative about you.
You don't travel in the right circles.
I haven't heard anything, I really haven't.
That's awesome. Well, I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah.
I've tried to be genuine. I try to be a genuinely nice guy.
So if you could go back in time, if we had a time machine,
Okay.
and if we could go back in time,
Mm-hmm.
and then you go back and you see little Mikey,
Mm-hmm.
what would you say? What suggestions? What would you advise little Mikey?
Little Mikey, I would advise little Mikey, finish college.
Okay.
Don't do escrow. Go be the architect that you wanted to be, because and I would also tell him, I'd say not to worry about it and just enjoy and get ready for a great ride. I would tell him, get ready for a great ride, because it's been a true blessing. I am who I am today because of what I've gone through in my life. And I think that's really a good and bad thing, because good thing is that, you are who you are today. The bad thing is, what did you have to go through? What turmoils, what caused you to be a little thicker skin, give you a little tougher abilities. My niceness is always my number one, but that's also my thick skin, because no one can be mean to the nice guy.
Right. There's one or two out there.
Oh, then again, I've got a mouth. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. I really appreciate you doing this for me. I mean, like I said, this was a really awesome experience. I love this whole room. You're just so nice to talk to. And you're also nice to look at. Vicky, you're awesome, Vicky. But,
See, Vicky? Take care of me. They're gonna steal me.
Yeah, she might take care of you. Be
Sugar
careful.
mama, sugar daddy, somewhere. No, it was great seeing you again. I haven't seen you in a while. I know that you moved out of state. All of a sudden, you packed and left. I'm like, what the heck? You didn't even say goodbye.
I wanted to. I did an Irish goodbye. That was what it was.
Yeah,
An Irish goodbye.
where's Mikey? Oh, he moved out. What? Yeah, they moved out of state, and we haven't seen you, but it's great to see you live. I see you on social media here and there, and let's keep in touch, even though you're out of state, let's keep
Well,
in
I'll be
touch.
back in May.
Okay.
Like I said, I come back every quarter.
Okay.
So right now, here it is in February, right? Doing this, and then I'm going to be back in May, and then I'll be back probably in like August.
June? Not in June?
Well, Mario's birthday's in June, so I try to take that.
Oh, okay. June 6th is our taco festival. I'm gonna give you free tickets to the taco festival.
You know what? Don't tempt me.
Mm-hmm.
Don't tempt me.
Yeah,
I'll bring my goats.
It's a big event, Yeah, bring the goats. So we can put a petting zoo for the kids.
That's right. That's right. I'll bring my goats and chickens. There you go.
Bring for the petting zoo. We're gonna have BMX bike stunts this year.
BMX stunt bikes?
Yeah,
What?
stunt bikes? Yeah.
What's that about?
It's bicycles, BMX, dirt bikes, and we'll have a big display, 120 feet long and ramps and everything, and they'll be doing stunts, on bikes and things like that. So we're adding every year to the taco festival. But anyway, taco festival for another show, not for this one.
Absolutely, but you had me at tacos. You had me, and maybe
Exactly.
June I will have to come back.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for coming in. You guys heard Mikey's story today. What's your story? I want to hear your story. Our audience want to hear your story. Send me a message. We'll book it. You come here. We'll have a chat. Like today with Mikey, there's no scripts at all. We had no idea what was going to come out of this conversation. We just have fun.
Absolutely.
And talk about it, right?
And you're easy to talk to, so I'm surprised, come try this out, you guys. It's really awesome.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Mike. Good seeing you. Say hello to Mario for me.
Will do, my friend.
All right. We'll see you guys around town.